Hello, everybody. How are you? Y'all been paying attention a little bit to the flooding, right? In China. And all the bad weather going on everywhere, the fires, all over the country. But China's getting extreme amounts of a year's worth of rain in just a few days. So, why is that? Why is that? It's kind of strange, ain't it? Ain't it strange? You know, they keep talking about the climate change. They just keep right on talking that crazy bullshit. It's crazy. Because the reason why I'm going to say this is why. Climate change is the oldest word in the dictionary and always has been. Always been. It's been here since the beginning of this world, of our world. You couldn't live on this planet when it first started for many, many years. Now you can. But that doesn't mean that it ain't going to keep changing. The world grows. Every time it makes a rotation, it gains diameter. It keeps growing. Here's a round circle, the best I can do with my hands, and it just starts off small, little hole. See a little small hole. Started like that, and it just keeps getting bigger every time it turns. Over the years, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, am I saying it's growing rapidly, huge right now? No, I'm not saying that. It grows bigger every day. Maybe a little bit, but every little bit counts. Hundreds of thousands of years. See, at one time, the planet looked like it had more water than it had land because the landmass was all in one place. But over the years, as it's grown, they've all stretched out. And yet, they come up with this stuff to scare y'all. Climate change. It first started out with global warming, that the ice caps are melting. They melt every year, people. Every year they melt. They get cold, then they melt. They get cold, and then they melt. Sometimes they melt more than they do at other times. But then, it gets super, super cold and freezes it all back. Then it's got to melt again. But yet, we got fires everywhere, as you see in this little video clip here. But yet, is that coming from something that man has done from carbon dioxide? No, sir. It hadn't come from that at all. No way, shape, or form. But now, I will tell you something that does cause climate to change in certain areas. That is frequency. Frequency causes it. It does. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a proven fact that they can modify the weather with using frequency. That's a proven fact. That it's not up for debate anymore. They can do it. Straight up, they can do it. We had a big old 6.8 earthquake, as you saw there. Look, folks, look at that water. Now, I'm going to be honest, where I'm at right now, for the whole month of June, it rained every day in North Florida. North Florida being Jacksonville. It rained every day. Now, I can't say that for the whole state of Florida, but I'm pretty sure the whole southern state of Georgia and Florida. Oh, damn. Well, you set me down in front of this damn computer monitor and the camera, I'll start hiccuping, I don't care. But anyway, make another story. the fires, the droughts, which that are caused by the fires, okay? All of those things that create fire is drought. Why are we having a drought? Why are we having a drought? Well, why is China flooding? Had more rain in China at this particular time in just a few days. They had a whole year's worth. But now all of these other places that are burning and got fire haven't been getting any rain. Why ain't they been getting any rain? Why? Well, when that frequency heats up the ionosphere, okay, well, it raises the ionosphere up, pulling in the weather patterns, changing the way the weather is being run. And trust me, when I tell you this, they know that now. They've already lived that program. They know where they're at. They know what they're doing. They said 2025. It's 2021 right now. They're fixing to, you know what I'm saying? We're there. Real close. We ain't got 4 more years. But you think that they finished late? No. They've been doing this for a long time. That's the reason why they said 2025. Okay? They already knew what they were going to do. They're working it right now. They're trying to make everybody think that the climate is just all screwed up because of carbon. But it ain't that at all. It ain't carbon. But now we'll put this in your little thought process is this. Who was the first to be not nation, I need the right word, countrywide with the 5-7, you know, the 5-7, you got me, 5-7, the new frequency, not to say that means anything to you. You would understand it if you heard it a different way, but some of you understand what 5-7 is. Okay? So now, if and that's the case, and they've had it, and we've talked about it, and we've talked about it about the roll up your sleever as well because of the nanos, and people acting it completely just off the wall retarded, some of them. Now, what is it, folks? What's actually causing the flooding? I'm asking. What do you think's causing it? You think it's a natural occurrence? It ain't rained like that in China in 1,000 years, they said. 1,000 years. But yet it did. It just did it. 1,000 years ago. They weren't even around 1,000 years ago. How'd they know it rained like that? I'm just saying. That's a long time ago. 1,000 years ago? Who was keeping records 1,000 years ago? That's a long damn time. That's a lot of lifetimes ago. People live, maybe, if they're lucky, they get to live 100 years old, 110. At the very most, if they're lucky. But most don't. They die 65, 70 years old. And that's gotten worse lately. They said that people are dying young. Dying older and older every year. But yet, I keep seeing them dying younger. Especially people that I grew up with and people that I know. Seems like the age limit of people dying are getting younger. Not older, younger. Didn't Bill Gates say something like that? He says, we'll be able to bring that down some by vaccines and different things that we can do with vaccines and all kinds of different things like that. We can get stuff down, vaccines, and cause birth control not to happen, right? Really? Now this man said this one was on about climate change before the pandemic. But now they keep talking about the pandemic, but yet all these other things keep happening too. Folks, all of this is connected. The climate change horseshit, the heating up of our planet in different areas and getting colder in others. That was just like in this little clip that you're seeing. There's one of the coldest places on the planet, a little small country. They call it the coldest one in the world. But it's burning like this. Why is it burning there? If it's the coldest place in the world, it ain't coldest there now, because everything's burning. If everything's burning, that means it's getting kind of hot there. Wouldn't that mean that? Hell yeah, that's what that means. It's getting hot. You got a fire like that, you're at least 20 degrees warmer than what you're supposed to be. Even if you're freezing, you're 20, maybe 30 degrees warmer, and you're melting ice. And you're drying out your climate. Big time. You can prove that to yourself. Go get in the sauna. A dry sauna. Okay? And it'll be, 108, 110 degrees in there? And it's dry, and it's been that way for a couple of days, and it's dry in there. Real dry. And you go in there, and it's like, well, it's warm in here, but it's not. I ain't sweating. It ain't that hot. You go in there and you take a paper towel, and on them rocks that's in there, you sprinkle a little of that water on there, and you watch the temperature. Don't go up. But I guarantee you'll start sweating your balls off. You know why? Because of the humidity. So that makes it even hotter. But people y'all don't understand the difference in things. I don't get it. Y'all think that whatever the mainstream media that's lying to you constantly, every day, and not telling you the truth about nothing, and about all of these things that's already happened in this system that's going on right now, all the cheating and lying and bullshitting that they've done so far, and back 150 years ago, really? He was here 150 years ago? No wonder he can't carry on a conversation and have a silver brain about it. You know what I mean? I'm just, I can't help it. Stupid is as stupid does, and that stupid has done a lot, doesn't. You know what I mean? People, the things that they're doing, and all of these roll-up-your-sleevers, and all the people that have taken the roll-up-your-sleevers, they're actually, that thing where we talked about zombies the other day? The Walking Dead. It's not going to be The Walking Dead. It's coming. They've made too many movies about this. Too many series, too many movies, and everything they've ever done to have that, like Star Trek, it's always come true, has it not? So now we've had other things where the whole planet turned into zombies. But they were smart zombies in one of those movies. They were. They had one to be the leader in a couple of those, where the doctor, Will Smith, was trying to cure them, and then ended up coming up with a cure. So they wasn't dead. Those people wasn't dead. They were just zombies. Brain dead people. Brain dead. Let's just call it what it is. They were brain dead to a point. Well, in the movies, which is a movie, they changed the way they look to make them look more like monsters, right? Well, what if they're not going to change what they look like? They just can't remember their own name right. You know what I mean? In other words, it's spelled Jay, but I'm saying it Yaj. You see what I'm saying? Your brain's all scrambled. And why would that be? Nanos? Maybe. And frequency? Causing floods. They're using it quite rapidly over there. All the time. We're talking about the 5-7. And it's flooding. And other places in the world, like California and that other place, the coldest place on the continent, those people all of those places, all those things are happening. You got China flooding, other places are dry. Well, let me explain this to y'all. If you change the weather patterns of the weather, you're going to cause something to happen somewhere on the continent, but on the other side of the continent or next to it, whatever the case may be, depending on where it was pulled from. If you change the ionosphere, you raise it or lower it in an area, you're going to change your weather pattern. You understand? You raise it here, you raise it up, then your pattern is going to come around it higher up, which will pull your stuff up at an angle like that. Pulls it up, pulls all your weather patterns in. It pulls your patterns in to that area, pulls it to it. Now, depending on where they shot it and where they're shooting it to, depends on how bad the weather's going to get in an area. Does that make sense to you? Of course it does. You know what I'm talking about. You change the way the pattern's running, it's going to change the way your weather acts. Now, they might have pulled in might have been accidental, because they don't know how to control it completely yet, or it was done intentionally because of the roll-up receiver stuff to start with, and it created an action. Now, who done that? I don't know. There's a bunch of people that can do it, a bunch of people that have done it and will do it again. Every country now has some form or fashion of weather modification in their arsenal. That's a fact. That's not a joke. It's a fact, guys. China has it. Japan has it. United States, England. They're everywhere. They might all belong to one. Shit. Sorry. It might all be under the same name. But we already know that the governments don't rule the world. The elite, the 1% does. The ones that tell you all this bullshit lies, and then they have somebody else say, well, and they get away with saying whatever they want to say, and do it away with whatever they're doing at all times. Like Bill and Melinda getting a divorce. Bullshit. It's just to save their money on one side or the other. In other words, they can flip-flop it around. And George Soros has went back into business. He just announced, just a month or two ago, that he was done with all of them. And yet, he's 41, what was it, $41 million they buying a roll-up-your-sleeve testing lab or testing products, whatever the case may be. I don't care. It's all bullshit. It's always been what they need to do, and that's no joke. They need to quit making shit like that and let this stuff go by. Let it burn out. That's all you can do. Quit trying to modify people. That's what they're doing, is modifying you. They're modifying you, people. They're modifying you. Maybe we do have aliens headed this way, and they got to modify us because their DNA is so different than ours. And they're trying to change our CO2 level because the aliens can't take the CO2, or they need more CO2, so they're trying to correct our DNA to be able to accept more CO2 and less green. You know what I mean? I may be wrong. I'm not. Hey, look, folks, I'm just smart enough to see the writing on the wall. We're not doing good at all, people. We're not doing good. Our country, our worlds aren't doing good. We're almost on a financial collapse worldwide. And where the money keeps coming from, I have no idea. It's all junk. People are, I don't know. I do know that we got a couple of places around here that there's a couple of places, fairly big places in Georgia that do it. It's from close to me. And I'm talking about sheds right now. Wooden or aluminum or metal sheds, whatever you want to call them. Okay? You know, storage sheds. Anywhere from 8 by 8 to 16 by 40, 50, whatever, depending on whatever size you need. Okay? Now, there's 3 of them places not more than 10 miles from me, including the place where I bought mine not too long ago. Every one of them have less than 6 that they can sell on the property, and they're not replacing them. They're not being built. Why? I don't understand why. People have been freed up now for a while. It don't take them long to build those things at all. But they're down so low right now that there ain't none to be had. It's like automobiles. There ain't none of them to be had either. And it's been long enough now for them to have those chips to put in them cars. There's going to be a big sale on cars soon. And I mean a big one. Because they got 2020 brand new cars and 2021s that don't have chips in them. Don't have chips. If it keeps going, they ain't going to have none in 2022s. So, even though used cars right now are selling at super high prices, I'm talking about 2017 selling for $45,000. I'm not shooting you. $45,000. Some are even higher, $47,000, $48,000. That's a lot of money for a damn pickup truck, especially a 2017 with 40,000 miles on it. Would you pay for that? I don't think you would. Well, yeah, some people would pay that if they like the vehicle. Some people buy things because they like it. But the problem is where they getting the money to buy it with. There's a lot of people still unemployed. And the way things are looking is they fixing to go back and be unemployed again. I'm not joking. Not joking at all. Now you got the big flood in China. What else is going to flood? You got the big fires in California. 13 states and what was it? A shitload of fires out west. There's fires all over the place out west. Fires in a lot of places. Got complete droughts. But yet China had more rain in 3 days than they get in a year. 3 or 4 days. They got a year's worth of rain in 3 or 4 days. Look at it. You see it? Major flood. Major. Water couldn't run off quick enough. Sinkholes. Holes building up like you see in the screen there. They're trying to get people out of there. Really? This is what happens when you have certain people, some dumbass people, running our world, and all they're really doing is destroying and killing off people. That's all they're doing. Trying to make it look like a major disaster when it's really them all the time. But yet we're all still sitting on our ass behind these cameras and not finding them son of a bitches and skinning them. You know what I mean? Well, they ain't getting skinned. They ain't getting skinned alive. Hung by their feet and skinned alive. Like they deserve. That's no joke. Did I say who? No, I didn't say who. I'm just talking about the people that are causing these things. This stuff is not happening. This place right here, all that fire right there, that's the coldest place on the continent, but it's burning. Why? Exactly. The same old shit. Someone trying to take from somebody else and making it their way no matter what. And what are we going to do about it? We're going to sit right on our ass and let it keep happening. That's right. No matter how mad some of us get, what we say or what we do, it ain't going to do no good. Most people don't even listen. They don't even listen. I've talked about that racial shit enough now that everybody knows how I feel. There is not a race. There's a human race, and that's all. But before long, if I'm right about the alien bullshit, which aliens is the last card, the invasion of the aliens is the last card. If I'm right about all that stuff, then we're in deep shit. Just deep shit. Just deep shit. People get in here and they bitch and they moan and they groan about the good Lord above. We have a supreme being. I don't care who believes it and who don't. But I'm going to tell you this. He's not going to help you sit on your ass and do nothing. Like all of these things that has been happening and people are getting just shitloads and shitloads of money to stay at home. That's eventually going to run out. And when it does, it's going to run out for everybody. It's going to have to be some kind of reset. Is that what's coming? Is that what this is all about? But yet they're going to kill off a lot of people doing it. With floods, fires, vaccines, people jerking because they had a vaccine that they don't talk about on mainstream media or TV. They don't want you to know that people are going because they got to roll up your sleeve. You see my point? They don't care about none of that. Why ain't this camera focusing now? You see what I'm... Oh my God. Tell me they don't know what's going on with my computer. They do. They do. They do. Trust me. They do. Dutch was doing a live update just the other day. Was it yesterday I heard him talk about it? Yeah, I think it was yesterday. It was getting... He got shut off in the middle of it. Me and him has been knowing that stuff for a long time, guys, about how they doing. Dutch didn't want to believe me for a long time that they were doing it to me. But then when he found out they were doing it to him, and it was too late. It was too late to do anything about it anyway. They was going to be doing it anyway. They're doing it to everybody now. At one time, they were only doing it to a select few. The select few, I had an Alexa rating of 95, 91,000 globally. Less than 100,000 people globally on my website. And now it's like 1 million. I'm not joking. They destroyed it. They destroyed the website traffic. They destroyed my big Twitter channel twice. They destroyed my second one. And now I got a third one that they don't let grow. It don't even have... I think it's got 200 followers on there. So, which is a joke. My Facebook page, it had a fairly decent following on there. And 3 days for the election, it went down. And you know what's funny? Is I hadn't posted nothing on there in over 6 months. It's no joke. I quit posting on it. Because I was scared if I said something they didn't like, they was going to delete me. Well, I said it 4 years prior and didn't delete all of those posts about the Clinton and Trump election. So guess what happened? They deleted it. They deleted my Facebook page and my fan page, which ruined my channel. It ruined. I have no way to share. StumbleUpon sold out, and they deleted all my people and started some other crap. I don't know. It's been so long since I've been over. I don't remember the new name that StumbleUpon's got. Tumblr never done anything for me. My Pinterest page just recently, around the election time again, it quit. It got deleted. I'm not joking. All these pages got deleted. All my pages that was actually sharing, people were sharing my stuff there, they're all gone. Every one of them. The only thing I got left is this particular YouTube channel and my Twitch page, my Twitch. And DLive, which DLive has got 187, 186. I got 186 followers there. What does that mean? What do you hear that say about 186 or 187, whatever it is? It's that number. You don't believe me? Go to it. I'm not shitting you. That's how many followers I got on there, and it's been that way. It won't go up. It goes up a couple of days and it comes down. Goes up 2 or 3 and comes down 2 or 3. It stays in that area. It don't grow. It won't grow. And my Twitch on followers have went from 2,498. 2,498. Yeah. It went to that to 2,030. And it goes to 2030, and then it drops to 2025, and it goes back to 230. I mean, 2030. From 25 to 30. 5, it goes up 5, 10, all the time. And it don't stay. They delete. I ain't never seen followers just walk away from a channel. I don't. You don't see that. Why? Why do they go there and walk away? They trying to make it look like I'm buying followers? Why would you do that? I mean, it don't do no good but ruin your channel. Hell, I know that. Everybody knows. My YouTube channel, all my subscribers, it does the same thing. It does the same thing. They go up, they go down. They just come up. They went down to 41,491, and it's 41,504 at the moment. Does that mean anything special or anything? No. It just means how many people are there, or supposed to be. Now, if somebody has bought some subscribers, because people can buy other people's subscribers, y'all do know that, right? And YouTube did come out with something the other day and saying that they were holding. Now, this ain't the first time they did. They do this about every 6 or 8 months. They're getting rid of fake subscribers, they say. Well, they do that by also saying they're getting rid of YouTubers, so they go through and they delete subscribers that they have deleted. Well, I must have had a shitload of people subscribe to me, because I've lost 50,000 subscribers over the years. I know that for a fact. So they're deleting shitloads of people. Now, I know they have done that too. And there's a lot of people that was listening to people for a long time. My other YouTube channel had a lot of people on it, and I lost a lot of subscribers over there. Many times. But back then it was about wars, between YouTubers that was causing that. But I learned since then that wasn't really true. All of that wasn't true. Some of those people are just working for YouTube, and they made it look like they were having something to do with it when they really didn't. It was YouTube just using them to make it look like you were losing subscribers, and they were just in the background pushing a button. Pop, 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 pop. Well, that's no joke. We've known a few people that had access to back end of YouTube, and they done exactly that. They took subscribers right away from people. First hand, no problem. Just went in and deleted them. And they do that all the time. So the coming on and telling you that they're doing it, that really don't mean any damn thing. Because they're already going to do it anyway. And had already done it many, many times, and going to keep doing it many, many more times. That's like Mark Dice. He hadn't went up in subscribers. He's got 1,608,000 subscribers. Now, I can't tell you the exact number, because it might go up 1,000 and drop 1,000 overnight. Go up that day, 1,000, and that night they drop them off. I know that he hasn't changed from that particular 1,068,000 or 600. That would be 1,680,000. He hasn't changed that number. Now, he could have changed other numbers, but he hadn't changed that number now in probably 8 or 9 months. And he was growing rapidly there for a while. And ever since he started talking about that they've been censoring him, which they've been censoring the shit out of a lot of people, he's not getting the subscribers that he was. Or he is, but they're not showing them. Like if he was someone else that's growing rapidly, it's like some of these other people that are they're just talking stupid shit, crazy, off the wall horse shit. They're growing like hell. Yeah, they're growing big time. But are we? Does anybody else know? Why? Because they're censoring you. And they're going to continue to censor you. Because they want to have upper hand on you, God, and everybody. And they're going to continue to do exactly that. And you're going to sit there and you're going to exactly listen to their climate change horseshit, which is all bullshit and all lies. And it's something that's happening, should be happening natural, but it's not. They are modifying it. We had a storm down here just recently, and in Cuba, they were modifying the storm. The storm come to Cuba. Generally, that storm would have not come to Cuba. It would have went on the right side of Cuba, which would have been on the east coast of Florida, to lock it out and to make it go back out to sea. Because a hurricane don't like to come to land. They like to have the moisture to be able to flow over and keep their rotation going. Just like anything, they don't like to die either. Do you like to die? Do you want to die? Hurricane, same way. It don't want to die. It's just land gets in its way. Sometimes it's forced in their way. But who knows? Who cares, really? Huh? Who cares? Nobody cares? Do you really care? No. Because what you going to probably say to me? Or anybody else? You're going to get those comments about God's going to save me. No, he's not. No, he's not going to save you because you're not saving yourself. He'll help you save yourself, but he's not going to do it for you. He's not going to let you lay down and give completely up. In other words, basically, letting them brainwashing you into believing that the good Lord is going to save you from that kind of chaos. Because if that was true, all of those cars and all of those people that were in those cars wouldn't be in danger at no time ever. Y'all know that. All of you know that. Too many evil forces against that to happen like that. Y'all know that. Now, you can grow strength and you can help others. But there's too many people right now fighting amongst themselves. And for what reason? I don't know. But it's weird that they're doing it. But they are doing it, and they're going to continue to do so. And I watched the opening to the Olympics the other night. And I wish that I had a screenshot of all the countries that come in there. All the people that were all different races in each country. Even though they were from that country, their race was not the same. They weren't the same people at all. Different colored skin, different hair type, follicles, didn't matter. And then it come to Africa, and was a shitload of people that they wasn't white, but they wasn't black neither. They were a mixed race, just like everywhere else. Mixed up. So that racial thing that people are fighting about all over the world, about the color of their skin and all that bullshit, well, they say they're black. I'm sorry, you're not black, you're brown. You're brown. Others are light brown. Others are beige. So what does it make us? It makes us the human race. If you can't get along with anyone but the same people of the same color of your skin, there's something wrong with you. You need to look in the mirror and think about what you're doing in life. Because everybody is not there to kiss your ass and make you feel better about yourself. And slavery is still going on, just in a different way. And it ain't just the brown people. It ain't people. It's not people that don't speak English. That's what it was at one time. Or not their race. Whoever the people were that was looking for people to enslave. They couldn't speak English or speak their language. They made slaves out of them. Evil, corrupt people. And them same evil, corrupt people is the 1%, and they're still here. They've never went away. And they're still enslaving people. What was his name? Jeffrey Epstein? That's what he was doing. He was a slaver. Yeah. A slaver. You get me? And he's still alive. He didn't die. That man that they showed wasn't him. He's not dead. He got too many rich people to help him. The Clintons. Bill Gates. The Prince of England. All of those people got plenty of money. And not only that, he had plenty of money himself too. Money talks, bullshit walks. Whether you believe that O.J. Simpson committed murder or not, doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I don't care. The glove didn't fit, so you must quit. Okay? Now, that was their slogan. That's what won. But it took 5 lawyers and a shitload of money. And they still come after the man's money afterward. Ruined him by taking all of his money, ruined him. He ended up committing a crime and going to jail. Anyway, for something entirely different. But they made him end up going to jail. Didn't they not? Yes, they did. So, he won one case and lost the other. Same point. Doesn't matter who you are, what you are. Shit's gonna happen. Whether you're gonna win or whether you're not gonna win don't mean nothing, does it? Doesn't mean nothing. We all live in hell. And it's going to continue to be hell as long as all of you keep eating on your ass. And I'm sorry that I said it just that point and that blank. It's a fact. So that from my cold dead hands and the damn wrong mean it. Abolish corporate greed for your freedoms, folks. If you don't, we're going to lose our freedoms, and our children and their grandchildren and our children's children and their children are going to suffer until either the planet dies or something significantly happens to set us back many, many years, because we're getting to the point to where we are in for a reset. And I'm not talking about a man-made reset. I'm talking about a world reset, where the world itself resets because it's gotten too big and too dangerous for us all. And I mean that because you can't play God but just so long before Mother Nature says enough of you. And I think we're real close to that point where Mother Nature is going to shut those people down. And I'm a thorough believer in it. But when it does that, it doesn't have to be that way. If they would quit playing God in lots of aspects, like trying to melt the ice caps, trying to destroy a whole country with rain or floods, whatever the case may, doesn't matter, and burn another one out. As long as they keep doing that stuff and making you think it's nature, which this is not nature doing this, folks. This is somebody playing God on this planet. That's a fact. They've been doing this for several years now, and they've got this shit down pat. They know what it does, know when to do it and how to do it, and they know it. It's wrote down as a fact. This shit's real. They can do it. So you keep sitting there listening and thinking that they can't, and you'll find out the hard way when it's your home flooded out. So much love to y'all. And from my cold dead hands on a damn well mean it. Abolish corporate greed. If we don't, we're done. We won't have a constitution that says that we have the right of free speech and the right to bear arms to protect us from the evil, Knievel, junk, lied, fried potato pumpkins that are out there. You know what I mean? Y'all have a good one out here. And the rest of the weekend, what left of it. Much love. Y'all have a good day now. And thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Please come again. And hey, share it, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Much love.